Don't just weather the storm. Be that motherfucker.
Tribe in the track.
We're back with another one, fresh off of WavesGiving. Welcome to Everything Wavey, the podcast. You already know I'm one of the hosts, Big Mike, a.k.a. 12 Ways of Slavery, a.k.a. Super Bad McLovin, a.k.a. I could turn 500 to 10,000. And I'm with my co-host.
Yo, what's good? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy Q, a.k.a. Wavy Fresh, a.k.a. Baddest Man Alive. Yo, we made it to episode 3, y'all. So can I get a round of applause? That's right. That's right. Hey, Mike, let's go ahead, man, and keep this marathon going with the jokes and laughs.
Let's go.
I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it. No kidding. Breaking down a swish in front of your building. Sitting on the steps, feeling no feelings. Last night it was a cold killing. You gotta keep the devil in his hole, nigga. But you know how it go, nigga. I'm front line every time it's on, nigga.
Man, shout out Big Nip, man. That song come on so hard, man. Victory Lap, man. I love that song, bro.
Man, big shout out. Shit. It sucks, man, that we never gonna get any more like Nipsey music.
No, I think they got some stuff tucked in the chambers. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't released everything. You know, Nipsey was a hard worker, so you know I'm sure there's new music coming out. They just need the state to clear it, but I don't think that's the last we gonna hear of them. You know what I mean?
I hope not. It would be nice to get a couple more tracks. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, man, what's going on, man? How was your WavesGiving?
Yo, man, it was good, man. It was nice to have, you know what I'm saying, all my family out here. My cousins, my aunt, uncle, mom, my grandfather, you know what I'm saying, my grandmother. You know, seeing the kids play and just have a good time in my house, you know what I'm saying? Right. Shit that I own. Mm-hmm. And it was good. The food was bomb. Obviously, we was playing games and, you know, drinking, and it was just cool, man. It was just, it felt like Thanksgiving. Where the last few Thanksgivings, it just felt like another day. This one really felt like Thanksgiving.
Right. I saw the videos. Y'all damn near had enough food to feed half Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Auntie now wasn't playing, I see.
Nah, they kind of overdid it, too, because we had like two fried turkeys, 2 smoked, 2 hams, brisket. You know, I can go the whole, you know, you saw the video, bro.
That's the luxury of having that A&J catering, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
But y'all have fried turkeys. Y'all some bold motherfuckers, bro. I'm scared to try to cook one of those.
Nah, you know, my family been doing that for a cool minute, so that ain't nothing.
Them videos scare me, bro. I'm like, I'm cool. Like, nah, I ain't about to blow up my shit.
We'll come next Thanksgiving, and anybody need a, you know, saying a fried turkey, holla at AJ Catering for sure. If you in the Vegas area,
either that or Popeyes. Nah,
yo. Somebody said Popeyes do turkeys, and I'm thinking to myself, like, nigga, what?
And I heard they bomb too. Like they don't play. They sell out fast as fuck too. So that's how you know that shit.
I ain't fucking around. I'm good. Shout out to Popeyes though, but I ain't fucking with
cut the check. No more free promo, cuz. Nah, but man, WavesGiving, you know what I'm saying, for the fans out there, listeners out there, WavesGiving is Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? Gotta add a little spice to it, but my way of giving was good as well. You know, just the local thing. You know, mom, pop, sis. You know what I'm saying? Her homie Ashley. And then my little family. You know, we got together, cooked. You know what I'm saying? Sister made oxtails, and you know, I ain't touch it. I standing on that. I ain't touching it. But
so that's one like Thanksgiving food you ain't messing with is oxtail.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of oxtails like that neither. Like I could eat it, but I'm not
tried it, man. But that picture I seen on Shade Room, I'm cool. So I got a bad visual. My visuals don't leave me that fast, so I can still see it. So I ain't eating it. But we had everything: turkey, ham. You know, we had greens. The greens is bomb as fuck. My sister did her thing on that. She didn't make enough of that. Mac and cheese, stuffing. Mom's cooked all of that turkey and stuff and everything. You know, it was good, man. Got some drinks. And then we all sat around in my living room and we just watched King Richard. You know, we watched that as a family. You know,
really good movie.
That was dope. Yep. But you know, other than that, man, it was vibes. You know, we had a little drinks and tequila. You know what I'm saying, with the Red Bull. You know, it was good, man. You know, not too much going on. It was just the normal. You know what I mean? So I enjoyed it.
We was off that Remy. You know.
Right.
Man, I was trying to get the 1738. No one had it. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
Yeah, we was kind of on standby. You know, we really didn't think we was going to get the Thanksgiving, but you know, the little man, the baby ain't came yet, so you know, we was able to fully have the Thanksgiving as we planned, but we thought we wasn't going to be able to have it. But the baby said, "Nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let y'all have your little moment." So, you know,
that's what's up. Yeah, my wife's mother and her husband, you know, they came out from Cali out to here, and it was good hanging out with them. We was playing dominoes. You know, I'm talking shit. You know what I'm saying? We got the Remy in the cup. You know, the other family was on the first floor. They was down there playing Phase 10. I don't know if you ever played that.
Shit, Kanye West on the fourth floor, huh?
Yo, don't start that.
Now let me ask you a question.
Here we go.
Y'all still got the leftovers, or y'all done?
No, there's still some leftovers. Some of it we freeze. Like my grandmother, she freezes fucking everything, like just to keep it. But the ham was gone probably like the third day. We probably finished off the turkey and shit the other day. All the dessert was gone. A lot of the sides were gone. They was tearing up the mac and cheese and the greens.
Ply says 2 days after Thanksgiving, that's it. After 2 days, they got to go.
We had to finish some of that off because we ain't had no room for a lot of it. But I mean, it's actually, and my grandmother said this too. Like it's better the next day or the next. You know,
I don't know why that is, man.
It is, bro.
I think it's the microwave. Something
that
about
shit
that
be fine.
Something about that microwave, boy. That shit just make it taste so much better. But yeah, man. You know, shout out to everyone. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody, you know, enjoyed it. No drama. Hopefully everybody got a chance to introduce their new partner to the new family. You know, that's always awkward.
Yeah, man.
I don't miss those days, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was good. So I'm glad everybody had fun, you know, on y'all end. We did too, you know what I mean? And shout out to everyone else. You know, hopefully y'all had a good one. You know, now that's out the way. Christmas is coming up, man.
It is coming up. I got a question for you though. Like, are the holidays the same for you now as an adult versus back when you were a kid or a teen?
Hell no, man. Because I'm responsible for the holiday now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to make sure that the holiday happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm the, you know, of course, my wife too, but we got to make sure the gifts is to be got, you know, but don't expect nothing to be given. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't the same. When I was a kid, bro, I had a list every year. You know what I'm saying? Me and my sister would be like, yo, we want this, this, and this. Every year we want a new bike. We want something new. You know what I mean? So now I don't even really expect to get much, even though my wife always look out for me. You know what I'm saying? Even when we agree, all right, only 1 or 2 gifts, she'll still kind of show off. You know what I mean? But other than that, man, it's definitely not the same. I'm more so focused on getting the gifts than actually receiving the gifts. So I don't have as much of an excitement for myself as I do when seeing my boys get their gifts and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of how I am. I just, you know, I'm less worried about me and more concerned about the kids. I want them to wake up and really be excited, man, when they come downstairs and get the unwrapping And I just know, like, okay, yeah, he finna open up this one. He finna blow up, or she finna blow up. You know what I'm
Are they
saying?
really excited though? Because we take care of their asses all year long.
Hey, for me, for mine, they still be excited, man. Like it's just that one gift, though. It may not be everything, but it's just that one gift where it's just like, you know, they look up and got this big grin on their face, and it's just like, I'm just sitting there like, yeah, I know.
I'm at a point now where I'm asking Chris what he want. That's my oldest, you know, and he don't even know. We already about to be in December. He still don't know what he wants for Christmas, bro. Like I'm like, damn, did we spoil him too much? Like, what's up? Like, he don't have the same excitement. Like, the list gets smaller and smaller every year. Of course, he won't, you know what I'm saying, money, but, you know, low key, I think he want a car, but.
I mean, the list may get smaller and smaller, but the items get more expensive too.
Exactly. So it's different, but, you know, he definitely ain't as, you know, gift heavy as he used to be. Now it's like, whatever, you know what I mean? And I think I'm like, we done spoiled his ass over the years. That the way he expect to get certain things, and I'm like, man, might have to humble you one year.
You might have to, seriously. Like, you know, my oldest Sean, he want the whole gaming setup, and I looked that up online, bro, and I'm like, whoa,
PC shit.
Yeah, I'm like, niggas,
you better make money from it if you can get this. I need my shit in return. Those fucking laptop monitors and shit cost about $300, $400, $500, you know what I'm saying, depending on the brand, man. That's a good 2 G's when you all said and done.
Yeah, he want the J's and all that, man. So it's just like, I don't know. And I got to start really, I'm lacking right now because normally I'd already did some Christmas shopping. I ain't did none. And I'm like, I need to get on that.
I feel that. So, but, you know, man, do y'all still shop in person or do y'all shop online?
A little bit of both. In most cases, like clothes and stuff like that, it's like 50-50. We can go in person and go get it, or we can go online. Other little things like, you know, if I'm going to get a basketball court and all of that, like I want to be able to really like see it, pick it out, little stuff like that. Even the same thing with shoes. I want to be able to pick it out if I can in person. If not, then obviously,
if you can find some shoes in person, shit, all the shoes online is where you're gonna find them at. You know, these Foot Lockers in the mall don't have the same shit they have online no more, so it's hard, man. But I'm like 95% online now. Like my wife then got me hooked on buying stuff online, so we buy it online. If it don't work out, it don't fit, it don't whatever, we send it back and you know what I mean. Like shopping in person ain't the same no more, man. It's too crowded.
The pandemic fucked that all up.
Yeah, that made us see. Yeah, true. And on top of that, shit ain't nothing available when you go into these stores now. You get the bare minimum inside these stores. So online, you got a variety. You know what I mean? So I just do it that way. You know what I mean? It's simple. And then I get my American Advantage points. So I'm good. You know what I mean? So, man.
Yeah, but certain things, like if I'm going to buy like a big screen TV, I'm not buying that online. I'm going to the store and I'm going to get that because I want to pick that out.
So you in the Black Friday lines?
No, I'm not fucking around.
You ain't fucking Black Friday?
Nah, bro, because it's hands and feet at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be ready to throw them.
Man, Black Friday, man, used to be, I don't know, man. That was one of the most terrible times to be a fucking shopper, going to the Black Friday sale, man.
And they be like ruthless, bro. They be ruthless.
Every year we need a TV, bro. Do we need a TV every fucking year? Like, come on, man. Like, and the TVs get bigger and the prices get cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, a 65-inch for $11. I gotta get this. Like, nigga, I don't even know who just buy. I should buy the same person who make, you know what I'm saying, the fucking earmuffs. Like, as long as the TV big and costs low, motherfuckers in line with it. I'm like, I'm good.
I ain't gonna hold you. We was all sitting down, you know what I'm saying? We drinking, we watching the game, and like commercial came on and everybody stopped what they doing when they was just like, oh, 75-inch for like $290. Everybody stopped talking and looked at the TV like
crazy. Start checking your account. Like, I gotta buy about 2 of these. Like, nah, see. Yeah, have you ever waited in line for Black Friday?
I have, and that shit is the worst.
Yeah,
I told my wife I ain't doing that no more.
I did that a long time ago when I was young. I think Chris was damn near like 2 years old. And we had stood in Walmart line for a fucking Diego 4-wheeler truck. And I'm like, bruh, that never again. From like, 8 o'clock on Thanksgiving to damn near 6 o'clock the next morning, man, hell no. Never again.
Fuck that.
If I can't get it, oh well. It is what it is. I'm not waiting in line. But
I ain't mad at you.
Shout out to the people that wait in line still do the Black Friday deals. Y'all got a MacBook on sale for $12. Let me know. You know, so holla at your boy. Black Friday deals on the Lowski.
That's funny.
Man, but as far as Christmas goes, do you still get gifts from your wife, or it's all about the kids?
No, I definitely, I get her gifts, she give me gifts. But for us, it's kind of like, what you want? What you want this year? Versus it being like a real surprise. That's just how we are. Like,
right.
Because I take care of her throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? She look out for me when she can. But
yeah. Surrounded with my nigga like 10 things, yeah.
No, for her though, the focus really be on the kids. But then I know as a woman, they need that moment to really feel special. Like, oh, you really took the moment to really think about me. And it's just like, so yeah. For me, I mean, if you give me something, you give me something. If you don't, you don't. Because honestly, I'm at a point where I can pretty much buy what the fuck I want. So
yeah, I usually surprise my wife with stuff. I always ask her, you know what I'm saying? Like, what does she want? She'll never tell me. So I got to just go out of my way to really put my mind and pay attention to what she talked about all year long. And, me, I'm throwing hints left and right. You know what I'm saying? I see some shit online. I'm forwarding to her. You know what I mean? On Instagram, I'll, send her, oh, look at these coming out. You know what I mean? So I make it easier for her. But for me, it's like I got to really put my thought into getting her gifts and stuff. So right now, she don't really care for it. She just want to worry about the babies and stuff. But I'm still going to look out for her. I already got some shit in place. So, you know what I mean?
Now it's a little different because now it's like she wants things for the house. You know what I'm saying? Right, something to be done or something to be added or, I just literally bought one of those standalone fireplaces because that's her thing. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
I'm like, cool, I'm going to get that for you. Had it all set up. By the time she got home, she, grinning from ear to ear. Like, I'm just looking like, yeah, I know. I'm that nigga right now. You know what I'm saying?
He bringing that chimney to the house. Okay.
Man.
Y'all nasty. No, but if you could have one gift, like, from your wife, like, she can give you one gift, what would it be?
A trip.
Where?
Egypt would be a nice one. The Maldives Islands would be a nice one. I think I'm saying that right.
Maldives. The Maldives.
Even London, you know what I'm saying? I would definitely like that would be like a huge surprise. And that could be, whether Christmas, birthday, it don't matter. She come out of the gate with that, it's going down.
I'm surprised you didn't ask for a trifecta.
Man, at my age, bro, I'm probably shit.
I'm sick. Don't worry, you get you a gas station pill, you'll be good.
Yo, this nigga said the Rhino 9,000.
Get you a Jaguar 20,000. It should be hard for 6 days. You got a headache. Hey, one of these episodes we're gonna talk about them pills, man. That shit ain't right. Oh man, y'all just taking them pills. Stop. Niggas out here popping rhinos with Red Bull. Boy, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, niggas is taking the whole bag to the head.
That's a topic to talk about, boy. Nah, man, but moving along, man, let's go ahead and get into some discussions for this episode. You know what I mean? Got a lot to cover, including some fan questions again. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to call y'all fans. The Wave family. You know what I'm saying? Have some Q&A questions for us. We're going to tap on those along with the discussion. So bear with us and let's get it going.
Let's do it.
All right, man. So with this episode, man, we got some topics that we want to discuss. We're going to break them up, so we don't bore y'all with too much of it. But, going into the topic discussion number one of the things that I wanted to kind of cover and to talk about that I kind of been seeing, not just with us, but with a lot of other people as well, supporting people you may know. Why do you think people have a problem supporting people they actually know?
I think a lot of people have a hard time doing that is because when you know somebody, you're a little bit more critical of what they're doing. So that's why it's hard for some people.
Yeah, but it's crazy to me because it's like, you know, someone who is entering a new business, entering a new realm of doing anything, whether it be music, whether it be fashion, whether it be, you know, a business in general, cooking, whatever. If you know this particular person, and again, you don't got to be like the greatest of friends or family, but I fuck with you. I see you doing something. Why wouldn't I support you? If I can dap you up, if I can say, hey, hi, I can follow you, I can laugh and giggle. And then, you know, I see you post something about your business or your company or your clothing. Why wouldn't I support if I really consider myself to be someone who knows you? You know what I mean?
Right. I
Like
agree.
it bothers me a little bit because, you know, for me per se, like I fuck with everybody. Like, I support everybody. You know what I mean? Like you get one shot with me. Now, I support people who I actually know, and I support people who I don't know because, oh, I like that particular product or that food looks good, so I'm gonna try it out. And it's up to you to keep me after that. You know, clothes didn't come out right, maybe it was bad fabric, or the food didn't taste good, or maybe the music ain't what I thought it would be. But you still at least got my first, you know what I'm saying, dollar from me, whatever it may be, to support you and whatever you got going on. You know, people hit me up, yo, bro, you know, I got this, I got that, you know, for sure, how much? Oh, no, I'm gonna give it to you. Nah, I want to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I fucks with you. You know what I mean? Or you got music coming out, cool. I'll support your music, listen to it, download it, buy it, whatever it helps. You know what I mean? Some people ask me, some people don't. And that's just what I feel like is important. If I can like your pictures, if I can, you know, laugh and giggle with you on the IG or on Twitter, I can support your business too. That's just me. You know what I
Right.
mean?
No, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
And now that I got a business, so to say, of my own now, I'm starting to see motherfuckers don't think that way. You know, I've always saw people post little things like, man, when you get a business, you start to see who your real peoples are, who really fuck with you. And I always thought to myself, like, nah, I don't got nothing to worry about. If I ever start a business, I'm good because I support everybody. But boy, am I getting a rude awakening because, you know, we've been up and running the podcast, going on 3 episodes, about 3 weeks now, and people who I've actually supported and, you know, paid for things, you know, and bought stuff off the strength, you know, ain't really like the picture, ain't like the post, ain't retweeted nothing like that. So it was kind of like, damn, like, do I have to ask you? You know what I mean? Because you didn't have to ask me when I posted your shit or when I purchased your shit. But now that the
Right.
tables is turned, are you blind now? You know what I'm saying? And I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Oh, the algorithms is fucked up. You know what I mean? So maybe they ain't seen it on my page yet. But come on. You know what I mean? Come on.
Oh, we're not even selling nothing. You know what I'm saying? All we doing is
Right.
saying, check us out. You know what I'm saying? Listen to an episode, you know, share.
Right.
Know, just spread the word.
Right.
And
I mean,
you
what's
can't,
not fit? Right.
you already know, but you can't do that. Like, damn, that's crazy. I'm not gonna beg you. That's what I'm not
That's
gonna
what
do.
I'm not going to do. No, I'm definitely not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see, you know, people, like basically, you got your story and you got your page. Your stories might have 75, 85 views, but your page might got about 10 or 12, you know what I'm saying, actual likes or whatever. It's like, damn, because the story is more private as opposed to the main page is public. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, this
Right.
motherfucker's only going to support you in private? Or, you know, is it, you know, too much to ask for a motherfucker to support you in public? You know what I'm saying? And, you
But
know,
here's something
again,
that's funny. Here's not to cut you off, but here's something that's funny, right? So you were posting something about the pod and all of that. We both were on our page,
right.
and I was peeping, you know, the likes and all that. The likes were, you know, about 8 to 10 likes, you know, which is cool. Don't get it twisted. But then you posted the pictures with you and your wife, and you know, what I'm saying little pregnant pictures or whatever, which were amazing, mind you.
Appreciate it.
But nigga, your shit went to like, you posted it, and within less than an hour, bro, you was at like almost 90 something likes. I was
Bruh.
like, wow.
I got a career high in likes, nigga. I got 140 likes on the picture of me and my wife. You know what I'm saying? Our maternity pictures. You know what I mean? But I posted the pod, you know what I'm saying, 6-7 hours, you know, before that one, and barely got about 13 to 15 likes, something like that. But in a matter of 30 minutes, like you said, I got 91, you know, pics, 91 likes for that one picture or whatever. And then overall, I'm like almost like 140. Which again, for me, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't nobody. You know what I mean?
The pictures were dope, bro. Y'all looked great. You added a little music to it, and the shit was dope. So it deserved all the likes that you got, my nigga.
Right. But I mean, to be honest, I expect that same fucking amount of likes on the pod picture. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like you have to listen to it. You can just press like and keep pushing, keep scrolling. You know what I mean? Like, just hit the button, go. Anybody with a business know numbers matter. You know what I mean? Whether it's likes, whether it's views, whether it's subscribers, that number matters. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the more, the better. And I just feel like, you know, damn, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna complain too much about it, but it just was a reality check. Like, yo, I've extended my, you know, support to people with no problems. And, you know, it was all gravy, purchasing shit, buying shit, you know, and the moment, you know, I got something to not even purchase, I got something that you can just listen to. Put the motherfucker on mute for all I care. Just let it play so we can get the likes and the views. And motherfuckers ain't doing that. You know what I mean? And there's no hard feelings, but it's just a reality check. Like, you know, motherfuckers only support strangers.
Yeah, you know what it tells me, or it makes me want to do? It makes me want to work harder. You know what I'm saying? Really put even more effort into our pod and our episodes to a point where it's like somebody will go to like someone we know and be like, hey, y'all listen to this podcast? Y'all check these dudes out? Oh, yeah, them my niggas are, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they're my peoples right there. Right. I ain't listened to it yet, though. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? They already on like episode 15. You ain't check it out then. It's to the point where they jump on and be like, oh, man, this is dope. Nigga, you could have known this was dope weeks ago.
Right. I mean, I guess in that scenario, a late, you know, view is better than no view. You know what I mean? So if that was the case,
true. But my point to say is, it takes someone else to tell you to listen to us, where you have more of a direct link. You're friends with us, or you know, we done already told you, hey, this is what we getting ready to do, blah blah blah. You still ain't listening. All right, cool, bet. Like you said, no love lost here and there, but it's fine.
That's how it is, though. You know, a lot of people, you know, I've heard, you know, rappers say it. I've heard people who I actually know got successful business. It took for them to actually get a lot of attention before the people who needed to give them attention actually gave it to them. So, you know, for us, we probably won't get the attention we really want or looking for until we're actually already where we want to be. And by then, you know, it won't even matter at that point. You know what I mean? I've always seen a little Instagram post like, you know, strangers will support you before your friends and family. And I ain't gonna say all friends and all family, but, you know, as big as my family is and as many people I know, I'm not even at 50% of support from anybody. You know what I mean? So again, we ain't selling shit yet. You know what I'm saying? we offering an ear, you know what I'm saying, a view, you know what I mean, and even feedback. If this shit is actually trash or if you're not really fucking with it, ain't your cup of tea, I'm all for hearing that too. Like, y'all, bro, I listened to one of them, but I ain't fucking with it. Or I'm not even a podcaster. You know what you can still do? Like the motherfucker, repost the motherfucker. Because what's not for you may be for somebody else. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to the people, man, who I know actually support others, you know what I'm saying, and support us. You know, I got a few people who truly post, you know, they ready to, you know what I'm saying, you know, compliment us and give us kudos and repost. So we do got a good handful of people who are fucking with us. And that's the people we know. I'm not sure about the other listeners we have in, you know, other parts of the world. But again, if y'all are fucking with us and listening to us, you're definitely appreciated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm very grateful for the listeners that we have, for those friends and family since day one, since they found out we were doing this, that catch every episode, listen to it multiple times, leave comments, suggestions, and feedback. Yo, I appreciate y'all so much.
Right. And again, we know everything ain't going to happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? That's why episode 3 is titled The Marathon, because it's a marathon. This is not a sprint. You know, everything that we're doing and will be doing, it's going to take some time to get to where it's supposed to be. And as long as my career has been, I'm always okay with, you know, the long haul. You know, I'm not a home runner. I don't mind getting an RBI. You know what I mean? So
Right.
As long as I stay true, as long as we keep working on our craft and getting better, we'll be where we want to be at. And then at that point, I'm sure that's where all the support will start coming from. The people who should have been supported from day one, you know what I mean? But again, that ain't gonna stop me either from supporting people. I'm still gonna do my part, and if I fuck with you, I'm gonna fuck with you. Despite you not fucking with me, and I do know who ain't been fucking with it. You know what I mean? So you still got some shit going on. I ain't gonna play no sucker shit. I ain't gonna play support for support. I'm gonna continue to show my support because that's what I always been doing. You know what I mean? So I feel like it was needed to be said.
No, it definitely was. I noticed like there are tons of other podcasts. We say it all the time at the end of our episodes, but there are some that never really made it past episode 1 or 2. For us to make it to 3, knowing we going to 4 or 5 and beyond, that says a lot. So
right, you know what I'm saying? We ain't going no motherfucking where. You know what I mean? I said we ain't going nowhere. Oh, look at my strap. You know what I'm saying? Gunshot. You feel me? We ain't going nowhere. We gonna be here. You know what I mean? We got the 5 listeners. We got 100 listeners. You know what I'm saying? We gonna rock with them until we decide to stop fucking with this shit. You know what I mean? So this is a hobby. Right. It's a hobby with a passion. You know what I mean? I enjoy it. You know what I mean? And it's something that I want to continue to do. And if something bigger comes from it, then so be it. That's God's choice. You know what I mean? But we here. We gonna continue. And again, for the ones that's been rocking with us, the ones that's been reposting us, the one that's been liking, we fucked with y'all big time, man. Y'all don't know how important, what I'm saying, y'all is. And if anybody out there getting a little guilt trip going on, you should feel guilty, motherfucker. You should feel guilty, you know what I'm saying? But nah, for real though, if you are listening, if you haven't already, we're gonna say that every fucking episode. Like, subscribe, shout us out, comment, whatever it takes, you know what I mean? We're gonna build this shit one brick at a time.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, with that being said, to our listeners, to our Wavey family out there, y'all been supplying a lot of the Q&As and stuff for us, and we appreciate that. Gives us a little something to talk about.
Thank you.
So, one of the good ones we got today that we chose is a few, well, let's say put it like this, because there's actually been a few people. But a few people have been asking us, like, how was our moving from California to Arizona to Vegas? How was that for us and our families? Was it scary for us? What was some of the positives and negative things about moving? So we're going to go ahead and start it off with that. And Mike, I'm going to let you go ahead and touch first.
I mean, shit. Moving was probably the best decision I ever made. Being originally from Los Angeles, I never thought I'd actually be moving out of state, let alone, Arizona. I always thought I'd be in Cali for forever, just living somewhere deeper in Cali, the valley or some shit like that. But, life has its ways of, just revealing itself. And I eventually got an opportunity to do the work. I got promoted. And I was able to move to Arizona, to pursue my new career, and it was the best decision I made. Of course, I was nervous in the beginning. I had other offers in the past to move to D.C., move to Oregon, but it was never something I would consider myself. I was still young. I was still dumb. I was still figuring myself out, you know what I mean? But I had opportunities, but I wasn't ready for them. So sure enough, over time, another opportunity presents itself where it was kind of one of those I can't say no type of things, but I was going to say no if my wife, at the time, my girlfriend, but, if she would have said no, if she would have been not for it, I wouldn't have took it because, I wasn't trying to, leave my boy, leave my girl behind, you know what I mean? So, right. But when I told her about it, gave her the situation, told her what I was bringing in, she was like, hell yeah, no, we going with you. No questions asked. So, right. And we moved and never looked back. And I'm grateful for that because that move blossomed me into a whole nother person from that point on. You know what I'm saying? So it's the best decision I made. You?
Yeah. For me, this moving to Vegas was my second time moving away or moving out the state of California. The first time was North Carolina. Was definitely young. I had just had Sean, And I was with Sharonda and help her take care of my stepson. I think we were too young for that first move, way too young. I don't think we really knew what we were getting into. So at that point, that first time was definitely scary. Moving from California to North Carolina, whole different environment, whole different, the way the streets was, the the different people and how they interacted. Hell, even finding work, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just all different. And I didn't know really what to do. I'm learning this whole adult thing. As far as the adult thing, I just had got married, just had my son and trying to figure all these things out all at once. And I didn't think California as much as I did. Now I got homesick. Any chance I got, I was talking to my family. I was going back home, you know what I'm saying, hopping a flight and just visiting. And then finally I had to have a conversation with my wife and was just like, yo, I think it's time for us to really like leave here and go back to California. And at the time, we just felt like it was the best decision to make. So we was out there for I want to say almost 2 years, and then we came back, and then California prices, rent rising, gas rising, and then it got to a point where even like good jobs were hard to come by in order to maintain,
right?
A good living situation. So after a couple of years, we had just, matter of fact, we had went to that Vegas trip. You, me, Sharonda, Rochelle, Melly, we were out there. And then that's when, saying my wife got that, Vegas is nice. Look at these houses. And, and you already know how she is, Mike. Once she likes something, bro, she on
Zillow. She on Zillow.
So when we got back, she noticed that her job was in Nevada, and she was just like talking to her manager and things like that, and she asked for a transfer, and they was like, yeah, sure, we'll give it to you. Right. And once I realized like that's something that she really wanted to do, like she would have been heartbroken had I not said yes. I knew it, so I made the decision.
You never say no.
Okay, fine, I never say no. I can't say no to her, right? So I didn't have no job I could transfer to, anything like that, man. So I had to get on the road, get in the Tahoe, bro. I'm driving back and forth to California, to Las Vegas, job interviews, looking for places to stay, this, that, and the other, and trying to handle everything. This transition smooth, not only for me, but for her and for the kids. Right. So the second time wasn't as scary as the first time. That's where you came through, my nigga. Like, I was talking to you all the time. I was telling you what was going on and, kind of just expressing my frustrations. And you was like, man, don't trip. Don't worry about it. Everything's going to work out just fine. And then an idea clicked in your mind and you was like, yo, shit, man, I could give you a job. And you remember at first I was hesitant. Like, I don't know if that's for me.
That shit, it was funny because it was like I had a meeting. You know what I'm saying? I'm running the state of Arizona. And the next thing they're like, you want to run Nevada too? I'm like, hell yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? I thought about that shit. Next time we talk, I'm like, yo, you got a job when you ready. You know what I'm saying? And like you was saying, you was hesitant.
I was hesitant, man. I went back to work like the next day or something like that. Some bullshit had happened. And let me call this nigga real quick. Hey, yo, that offer still stands.
Like, you serious? I said, nigga, I'll be there tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Got the company car, drove down, nigga. The rest is history. You know what I mean?
Nah, but you came through more than just with, saying, you hooked me up with a job, man. You helped me get my mental right. You really how the corporate world work and things like that, and how to move up. And bro, that got me to where I'm at right now with my other job, and I'm constantly moving up. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that, I give that to you, bro. Like, you help me out a lot. Don't do the all and all that. Don't do that, man.
No, but I only did what I was supposed to do as a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you my nigga
know
for
me. you know, if I'm in a position, I'm gonna give you the opportunity. You know what I mean? With that whole saying, you can't, you know, if I teach you how to fish, you can eat for forever. So that was my mentality. Like, look, if I'm gonna put you on, this is what you gotta do. And you know, most people took that opportunity, and some people said, nah, I'm gonna do it their way. And you know, no hard feelings, but you know, you and I, you know, we definitely was on the same accord. You know what I mean? And it worked out. You know what I mean? So
It did.
now look.
Someone asked me recently, like, do I regret moving? All right, moving from California to Las Vegas, do I regret it? And I'm like, hell no. Nah.
Hell no.
Like, if y'all knew what I knew or what I was dealing with back then, no. I agree with what you said earlier, bro. Best decision I've made in years.
Man, moving was the smartest thing, the safest thing. Like living over here versus LA, even before all this nonsense now, it's like night and day. You know what I mean? Like from the police harassment to the gangs, you know what I mean? And there's shit out here too, but it's not as, you know, highlighted that it is in Cali, you know what I mean, in LA. So, you know, that shit was it was a big thing. It's a big difference on that. No police bullshit, you know what I'm saying? No gang bullshit. Don't have to look over your shoulder for everything. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, you don't have the distractions from, you know, from your friends, from your family, from your, you know, from the world that LA brings, you know what I mean? So it was something that we was able to actually sit down and only focus on each other, you know what I'm saying? Learn each other, grow. That shit made things 10 times better, you know. Shit, I'm married because of the move. I don't think if I would have stayed in California, I don't think I would have ever been a married man, you know what I mean? Like, because that wasn't my mind frame, you know what I'm saying? I was still, you know, distracted and still immature. But moving made me realize a lot. I grew up, you know what I'm saying? I grew up fast, too, because it was just us out here, you know what I mean? So I don't regret it at all.
Yeah, it was the same for us. We had to, you know, really manage money, finances, bills, you know what I'm saying? On top of like making sure food's on the table, kids got clothes on their back, and, you know, our cars and stuff work so we can get back and forth to our jobs. And yeah, it wasn't no, hey, can you pick the kids up here? Or, hey, you know, can I borrow? It wasn't none of that. It was strictly just us. We had to make it work and make it work real fast.
Right. You know what I mean? And I had to even travel with my boy sometimes, you know what I mean? There was no way to do search, especially in the summertime, you know what I mean? But it worked out. We figured it out. We made it work. You know, our bond with me, my wife, and my boy, you know, that shit was amazing, you know what I mean? And it was only because of this move that, you know, when you realize you only have each other, you got to rely on each other, you got to support each other, you know what I mean? That was probably one of the best things about moving. But, you know, as far as that was easy, but the family side of things was hard because, you know, the family didn't want us to go. They was sad about it. You know, people didn't understand why. It's just like, y'all gonna give me what they giving me? I gotta go. Shit, you know what I'm saying? And I got out of there just in time, too, because Cali really started going in the shit show direction, you know what I mean? So it worked out God's timing big time. But family definitely was kind of, you know, taken, you know, by that, you know, it was so random. It was like, you know, Tuesday, I'm promoted. Friday, I'm committed. Next week, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? So, it was crazy, bro. What about you?
I think it's for family. It was hard because of the kids. You know, my kids were the youngest in the family at the time, so you know, grandma, great grandma, great great grandma, aunt and uncles, you know, the cousins. They like, are we not gonna see the kids? Like, kids, y'all can come visit. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, y'all gonna make me come back and visit, but I like you said, I think it was just more of that shock for them. And deal well with shock or surprise at first. You know what I'm saying? You know, always let our emotions like come through first before logic or actually thinking like, well, no, you know what I'm saying? It's just them. They got these kids. They got to think about, you know, cheaper living, where they're going and things like that. And then after a while, like everybody was like, no, we think that that's the best move for you guys.
Right. Yeah. Chris was young too, but he only a child at the time, so it really didn't make a difference. You know what I'm saying? He had us, and he had his imagination, so he was good. You know what I mean? But he made friends quick. You know what I'm saying? Once he got out here, so it really wasn't too bad for him. You know, I think me and Ray was probably the ones, you know, adjusting the most to the not having the family down the street or around the corner, or not having the homies in, in close proximity. You know what I mean? So it was more of us adjusting than probably Chris. You know what I mean? But it was, again, probably the best thing to do. And looking back now, I wish we had done this sooner. You know what I mean? But everything is time, and so it was supposed to happen when it happened. So I'm just glad I made that decision. You know what I'm saying? And here we are.
Is there anything that you miss about Cali?
I miss family. You know what I mean? Like just seeing on IG, like one of my cousins, she's had like a little bridal shower. You know what I'm saying? The other homie had a baby shower not too long ago. So a lot of that stuff I'll be missing, the family and the friend functions. And of course, like the food. You know what I'm saying? LA is like a fucking hybrid of food. You get all types of food. You know what I mean? It's what you can't find out here, unfortunately. So that's the only thing I miss about Cali is the food and the family. Everything else, I can do without.
I was missing family. Nah, they all decided to come out here. So it's just like, cool. Now I just got to go down the street versus traveling 3-4 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I got moms and pops out here. You know what I'm saying? I told them I'd come back and get them. So I did that. But the rest of my main family, they ain't moving anytime soon. So, I do plan on going back to visit, but not as much as I used to. You know what I mean? But, that's the only thing I miss is food and family.
Yeah. But, okay, so what's the one thing that you hated about Cali that kind of helped more that decision to like, yeah, I'm leaving?
I hated the distractions. You know what I mean? Like the distractions, not just like what people may think. Like when it comes to distractions in LA, you got the life or death distractions. You know what I mean? You got the cost of living distractions. Like, right. Then you got the party life distractions. And then you got the shopping distractions. You know what I mean? Like LA, California is expensive. It's a party city, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on. It's dangerous. It's dangerous, it's fun, it's loving, it's all that in one, you know what I mean? And all those distractions I just named are some of the things that I actually hate about Cali. This is it ain't safe to go out, and then when you go out, you spend too much money, you know what I'm saying? And then, it's just... Yeah. You gotta worry about this, you gotta worry about that. Like going out in Cali, it just seems like you gotta say a prayer, you know what I mean, just to go out the house and then hopefully you make it back. Like who the fuck wants to live like that? You know what I mean? So that's one of the things that I hated about Cali was just the fact that every day, you know what I'm saying, it was a fucking gamble. You know what I mean? And it's a gamble out here, I'm sure too, but I can keep that fire on me. You know what I'm saying? If I need to, you know what I'm saying? But, what about you?
I agree with everything that you said, 100%. But I think the one thing that I hated about Cali was the feeling that it gave me like I'm stuck. Cali really gave me, at least at the end before I moved, it gave me that feeling or sense of like I'm stuck. I can't get to a point where I can buy a house, you know what I'm saying? Or I could buy a really nice car or take a really nice trip. Like that's just how expensive things were, as far as at one point, and I think everybody gets like this. If you live in California, like you feel like you live in paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
And that makes you feel stuck. I couldn't stand that feeling, which is why when the opportunity presented itself to move, I was like, yeah, let's do it, But I don't always just jump to the first thing. I do my little research at first. I looked at the cost of living in Vegas and all this and that, and everything was just like, check. Okay, boom, pack your bags, let's go.
That was their little presentation to me, as far as taking the position out here was, waiving the cost of living out here, how cheap it was and how, affordable everything was compared to Cali. That was like their way of swaying me, you know what I mean? Which, I'm glad I took it, you know what I mean? But like
was it really swaying? Because it's facts.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Back then it's facts. Right now it could be a little bit different, but I'm seeing a lot of people moving from California to either Nevada, Vegas, some to Denver. People are getting the fuck up out of there.
Yeah,
Texas.
Yeah, but I mean, you said something about you did your research. So for the fan or the listener that asked about it, like if you are considering moving, make sure that you are looking into the areas that you're looking to live in when you move to that particular city. Look at the school district or whatever. Check that stuff out. That stuff matters. Because I wouldn't have moved if I didn't have a plan. My plan came with my position. You know what I'm saying? My promotion. But and like you said, Sharonda made sure her job was going to allow it before y'all made it happen. Y'all just get up and just go. You know what I mean? Y'all are smart about it. So for anybody out there who really is considering moving, make sure you got things in order first, if you can, before you take that jump. Because with that jump, you know what I mean, it's a lot of scrambling sometimes too. And, you don't want to be scrambling to live and scrambling to survive either. You know what I'm saying? It's already hard enough now to scramble to something new, but to add that extra stuff on top of it, that can definitely be hard for some. So just make sure you got a plan. You know what I mean? And that stuff just goes a long way.
Now, last question for you: would you move back to California? Is there any situation or anything that would cause you to California?
If you asked me just 6 months ago, I would have said, yeah, if I was rich. Now, no. I wouldn't move back to Cali at all. I know my wife probably was like, what the fuck? Because she wants to move back low-key. And it's only because of family. And I told her we'll move back there when I'm rich. And, until that happens, I don't plan on seeing myself going back because, I mean, nothing is appealing about California right now. I mean, it's overpriced, it's overcrowded, it's dangerous. You know what I mean? We moved to LA, we moved back to Cali, we're going to go live out in the valley somewhere far as fuck. That ain't fucking good. Traffic is bad as shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I got to drive 2-3 hours back into the city just to, you know what I'm saying, see whoever, do whatever. Like, nah, I'd rather just stay where I'm at and visit, maybe get to a point where I can like maybe own some shit so I can come out there, crash at the place I own, you know what I mean, for a couple of days, a weekend or two, then go back. But as far as moving permanently, I can't see myself right now. Maybe in the future, but right now, not at all. What about you?
There's nothing that can get me to move back to California.
Right.
My family's like majority of my family is all moving out here. Like I got one cousin who's considering moving to Nevada. At that point, everyone's that I care about and love outside of like some of my siblings and all that, they're still in California, so I'm not excluding them or anything like that. But for more immediate family, like they're all close by. My sisters and them live in Barcelona, like an hour and a half drive. It takes me nothing to go see them or for them to come see me.
Yeah, that's like driving to Palmdale from LA, So yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah, so I wouldn't go back to California at all. My wife is trying to convince me that our next house gonna be in Texas or Atlanta or some shit. Like, no. I think Nevada is. I'm tired of moving. Mike, as you know, bro, like I've moved multiple times.
Right.
I'm tired of moving. I got me a house now, and it's a really nice house. I'm good for the next.
Talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? Talk your shit. You got Kanye West on the 4th floor. You feel me?
This nigga.
No, but shout out to the listener for that question, man. Hopefully we answered it. Hopefully, whatever decision you decide to make is best for you and yours. You know what I mean? And if you got any more, questions, feel free to hit us up anytime. You know what I mean? So shout out to him. Moving along, another question we was asked, which it's a relationship one, which I didn't think get any of those, but
this might be our first relationship question, huh?
Probably, this seems like a serious one. Does other people's relationships inspire you to be single or remain in a relationship? I'll let you answer that one first.
Other people's relationships don't inspire me at all.
Okay.
My own relationship inspires me. I can't make a decision or a choice or anything about my relationship based off somebody else's relationship. But however, I will say, like, I could look at, like, for your relationship, and this is like, I look at it, I'm like, it's a beautiful relationship, how you and your wife interact, how you get along. I like that. I admire that. But it inspired me to maintain my relationship or be single or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Every relationship is accustomed to each other. You know what I mean? No relationship should be the same. Nobody should inspire nobody, like you say. In my opinion, nobody relationship inspire me at all. What other relationships do for me is show me what not to do.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You know what I'm saying? Because
that's a good one.
I mean, I'm an observer. You know, I've been that way for a while. A lot of things I've done in my life and haven't done in my life is because I've seen someone else do or not do. You know what I mean? So when I watch other relationships or I see other people in relationships, when they're having their dramas and their issues, you know, because everybody put this shit on front stream anyway. So when I see these things, I just go, oh, that ain't smart. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do that. You know, why would he do that? You know what I mean? I ain't gonna do that in my relationship. You know what I mean? So I don't get inspired by nobody. I more so learn, you know, what to do and what not to do. You know what I mean? And I've seen people do things nice for their significant other. Oh, that's nice. But I know my wife, so that wouldn't, you know, rock with her. You know what I mean? That wouldn't impress me either. So really, I just see other people's relationships for what they are. That's other people's relationships. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you see the things you see when they post it because we all post what we want people to see. So, you know, whatever I see from another couple, it just teaches me what to do and what not to do. You know what I mean? As far as inspired, like, I don't look for nobody for relationship goals, none of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So,
same.
Yeah.
I've had people tell me, like, man, like, oh, man, I see you and Sharonda's relationship, man. Like, I want a relationship like y'all. And I look at them like, what the fuck? Like, no, nigga, you can't have a relationship like me. You got to go out there and find a relationship that best fits you and whoever you with. Because what me and mine have, you can't have that. You can't match it. Now, there are certain things that we may do or have or how we interact or something like that. You may be able to mimic, but you can't have it the same way I have it. Because you're not me.
A lot of people don't realize relationships got to where they at based on what they had to go through. Nobody relationship is actually fucking perfect, and nobody relationship is actually always good. You know what I'm saying? So 100. Not everybody want to put the work in either, because you're going to get put in situations, you know, at times during a relationship that's going to test you, and you're going to have to decide if it's worth it or not, you know, to put up with it. You know, some things are, some things aren't, and everybody's, you know, yeses and nos, you know, are different from each other. So what you and your wife went through to get to where you're at, that person who's looking at, oh, I want something like y'all don't even have the nuts to even get to that point. You know what I mean? So realistically, you know, anybody who's looking at somebody else's relationship, you just playing with yourself, because it's deeper than what you see. Because again, every relationship starts off beautiful, every relationship starts off great, every relationship eventually gets good, and every relationship has its moments. And then some relationships even break up, you know what I mean? And then if it's meant to be, it gets back together. You know what I mean? I'm one of those. You know, I had a situation to where we wasn't together for a while, you know, and that was because it had to go that way for it to get to where it had to get to, you know what I mean? And God willing, it worked out for us, you know what I mean? But who's willing to do that? Not everybody can do that, you know what I mean? Like, some people break up and that is it. You know what I mean? And then break up, move on, and so forth, and then still be able to try to come back. I mean, I never officially moved on to nobody else, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, my jersey and the Raptors, you know what I mean?
But that trips me out, too. I see people like they young and they only been together for like maybe a year and a half to 2 years, and they get married, and then the marriage don't make it past a year. And then some, like I said, some of those people was like, oh man, you know, I want a relationship like you. Me and my wife been married for 15 years. We done been through hell and high water.
Fuck your shit.
Like, no, nigga, you can't have a relationship like me. And before we didn't just get married like after a year or something. Like, we were together for like 4 years. I had to handle certain situations, how she deal with pressure, stress, how she deal when I'm not acting right. You know what I'm saying? I have to see how I handle when she ain't acting right.
Now, a lot of people don't want to hear this, but in my opinion, before you get married, I know it's kind of backwards, you know, but before you get married, you should move in with the person. Because once you move in with somebody, you really can see who they are. And once you see that person, that would tell you, okay, yeah, I want to marry this person. Or, oh, nah, I can't do this. Like, you know what I mean? So Me personally, I think a lot of relationships that I know, including my own, once you live with someone, that's when things really show itself and you really find out, okay, I fuck with this person. I can see this, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they do this and that. I like this. Or, oh, hell no, this motherfucker, the doodle brown draws, you know what I'm saying? Or,
But let's be clear, like this got to be
dinner,
a couple of, it got to be more than just like a first few weeks or so. It got to be like a couple of months going into a year.
Yeah.
Because everybody's going to be on their best behavior, you know what I'm saying, in the first few weeks or first month or two. Like, don't get it twisted.
Right. You know what I mean? But yeah, I believe that, you know, if you want to really test your relationship for all you newbies, move in together. You know what I mean? Or at least let the other one stay at, you know, the place, whoever has the better place, stay there, you know what I'm saying, for an extended period of time. You'll start to see what that person really about, and you will decide very fast if this person is or isn't, you know what I'm saying, for you. So that's my advice for anybody out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For the fan, my advice to you is don't focus on other people's relationships for inspiration at all. It's not going to do you no good in the end. Trust me.
And wear a condom if you don't love her.
I may be laughing, no, but that's some real shit though.
More wavy wisdom coming up. Nah, but yeah, so shout out to that listener for that question. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. This week's episode, High Tide, is probably not the norm, but you know, we are not the normal podcast, so check it out. This episode's High Tide moment, we want to give a shout out to Everything Wavey, the podcast. That's right, we shouting out ourselves this episode. As we plan to start the process of having visuals for our podcast in 2022, we need our YouTube subscribers to grow. We're currently at 13, but by the end of the episode, we hope to get to 30 and would love to be at 100 by the end of December. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. And again, check us out on YouTube at Everything Wavey, the podcast.
And you can also check us out on IG page. Y'all know what it is. Everything Wavey _ the podcast. And also be sure to check out our Twitter account at Everything Wavey. A repost, a shout out would help to reach out to more potential listeners. But also we would like to thank our returning listeners for all the continuous love and support. We appreciate y'all.
All right, man. And that was this week's High Tides. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and check us out, man, on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram. And, of course, check us out on Twitter, Everything Wavey, the podcast. We appreciate y'all support. Now, ladies, sports talk. Dun, dun, dun. Look, man, statistics shows our sports talk is more men than women, but women, y'all got to stick around. Listen, we'll try to make it short this time around. Let's start off with the NBA.
Let's do it.
Lakers, man. Lakers. We're currently, 11-11 right now, man?
11-11, yeah.
Right. We won the last 2 out of the 3. I think we lost to the Kings in a, was it triple overtime thriller?
Oh, my God, bro. Man.
What's up with that, bro?
Every team... Oh, it's weird. If we're down, we can come back. Every team feels that way because every team has seen it. So they ain't even tripping. And the Lakers, in my opinion, bro, they just, I don't know, man. When it get to crunch time like that, they just start crumbling.
Man, I see Robert Horry, he like, man, we don't know how to win. He said something like, every time you look around, we get a nice little lead. We start doing all these different antics and shit, celebrating and shit like that, and we ain't even closing out the game right. So maybe we got to just stay focused and stay locked into that buzzer sound before we get to doing any of these fucking dances and, you know, these different celebrations. You see LeBron got fined, $15K for doing the quote-unquote Sam Cassell celebration. Big nuts, you know what I'm saying?
Which, don't get it twisted. Like, he was balling out that game, so he was feeling himself. But it's like, come on, man. Like, win the game first.
Yeah, we did win that game against the Pacers, though. So, you know what I'm saying? Plus, he got the fans kicked out, you know what I'm saying, for talking shit. So,
he was like, yo, them right there, they got to go.
They got to go. You know what I mean? So, they probably said something, you know, stupid. Probably racial motivated, but who knows? But LeBron wasn't having it. You know what I mean? So, with that celebration plus kicking them fans out, we had to leave with a W. So shout out
definitely
to the Lakers for that one. Russ been balling quietly too. He been having some good numbers.
Man,
so I'm gonna leave him alone for a little bit.
Yeah, he had 26 one game, 31 another 20, right. 29, 25. I think that was just based off the last 5 games. So, yeah, numbers is definitely rising.
We're doing more talking about the overall performance than turnovers. So maybe we are on the way to seeing the Russ we think we got. You know what I mean?
Right.
We did beat the Pistons, too. You know what I mean? That was a good 110-106.
Oh, they had to. They had to win that one, bro. Like,
hey, they had to, for sure. We looked
and,
good,
and
too.
the fans was letting old boy have it. They was booing him out the building, bro.
They booed his ass at the free throw line. I'm actually surprised he kept his composure. I do like how he kept it G. He didn't go over there with the handshaking and trying to be buddy with LeBron. You know what I mean? He kept it solid. Yeah. Like, you know what? I ain't gonna fuck my career up, but fuck you. You know what I mean? So I give him props on that. He ain't play phony for the cameras and shit. You know what I mean? So shout out to him for that.
Most definitely.
But your coach though, what's up, man?
Man, the Lakers are playing like they want to get rid of him. Like if I had to point it out in that way, like with how they not closing out the games and all of that, like that's all gonna come back onto the coach. So it's just like, are they doing that on purpose? Like, I don't know.
Sabotaging to get him out the way, but shit, I can't think of nobody else we can pick up after we get rid of him. So we might as well keep his ass, man. Just stop letting LeBron coach and you just actually coach it. We'll be all right.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some disagreements between the players and the coach. I don't know, but they need to get it together.
We would have went 0-3. He would have been gone. Would have lost these last.
Oh, for sure. I think Jenny not going for that shit.
Right. I think he'd have been out. Another losing streak. I think he could be gone. So he better get it together. We got potential, man. Ariza might be back sooner than later. Ain't no timetable yet, but you know, we gotta get all we can get. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I wish the lineups would change a little bit. I kind of wish that Rondo would start. I mean, probably not every game, but there are some games where I think Rondo could start over Russ. But
right. But you know,
we'll see what happens.
What do we know? So, but besides the Lakers, man, the Suns and the Nets played. You know, Suns beat the Nets pretty bad. You know, in my opinion.
Oh hell yeah! Then not only that, 16 straight wins.
Yep.
They like, nah, let's make a statement right now against them.
Bruh, 16 straight wins. The Warriors is 17-2. And Clay and James Wiseman are both in the G League, basically getting their stamina up to come back soon. And shit, the Lakers, Clippers, and the rest of the West got to get together, man, because right now it's looking like the Suns and the Warriors is running shit over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I know it was a few episodes back, and I told you, like, I see the Suns going back, you know, say to the finals again, at least to the Western Conference Finals. You was like, nah, but look at them, bro. 16 straight.
I got to take my shit back, man. You know what I mean? They looking real good. I mean, shit, everybody pretty much came back from last year, so that taste in their mouth, you know, that might be what they needed as far as almost winning the chip. So, shit, if they can keep this up, you know, the West going to have a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as long as Chris Paul don't fuck it up, they good.
Right. Health is always important, you know. So whoever the healthy is usually can go the farthest. So they was healthy last year. They got far. Let's see how they do it this year. But they looking good. I can't even front. Them and the Warriors. That could be a dangerous Western Conference final right there.
It could be.
Man, but last little thing on basketball. You believe in that story they saying Ben Simmons going broke?
No. Absolutely not.
I
mean, unless they really finding him to the point where he going bankrupt, like, and even then, I don't see them doing that. I think the last thing that we talked about was they stopped finding him. So it's just like if he going broke on his own.
They started back up not too long ago, you know what I mean? But you know, they saying that he buy a new car every month. You know, they said, you know, he ain't been, you know, managing his money correctly, so they say he's going broke, but I don't know how much that is true or not, man. I think it's all bullshit. I mean, I'm sure he don't want to keep losing money, but I don't think he's going broke. But if he is, that's sad. You know what I mean?
It's definitely bullshit. At the end of the day, my nigga, get your ass back on the court and start playing.
Yeah, man. I'm about to go with you on this one finally. I'm just going to say, fuck it, man. Just go play, ball out for like 10 games, man, and then your trade stock will go back up, and then they get you out of there, man. So you can be happy.
Yeah, but not only that, and not if come back and ball and come back and win. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they doing all right without him. You know what I'm saying?
True.
That boy Maxey is, showing he's showing himself right now. So, but they can't go far without him. So they definitely want to keep him. But I mean,
he definitely on some light skin shit right now, though.
Hey, at this point, man, if you are going broke, then you better lace some motherfuckers up and get the hooping.
ASAP.
Man. Now, next topic, I ain't even trying to talk.
Oh, yeah. Let's move on to the NFL. We going to start with them Eagles. What's good?
Man, 5-7, bro. We had an opportunity to be 6-6, and we choked. We choked. Jalen Hurts had a bad game, threw like 3 interceptions. Fucking the wide receiver, I don't even remember his fucking name, man. We got to trade him, get rid of him. He missed 2 crucial catches near the end zone that could have gave us tremendous field goal or touchdown opportunities, but he dropped.
He knew he fucked up. He knew
definitely
he fucked
in
up
both of his hands, and he dropped them, bro. I was so pissed.
I was like, wow.
And then when you watch the fucking highlights, bro, Devontae Smith he got a good little move. He wide open for a deep pass to the back of the end zone, but Hurts didn't see him, man, and that cost us. So between the interceptions, the missed passes, and the drop passes, bro, we back to 5-7 now. I mean, still got 5 more games to go, man, but that was the one we needed. You know what I mean?
Now, do you think your playoffs hopes are still alive?
Man, I don't know. Unless something dramatic happen. If we go these next 5-0, when we get this 10-7, anything's possible. But we can't lose no more. I tell you that much.
Yeah, see, that's how I feel about the 49ers. Like, they on a 3-game winning streak right now. So they record is 6-5. You know what I'm saying? They smashed the Jaguars. They smashed the Vikings. And to be honest with you, as long as we can continue to keep winning, I think our chances of having a good playoff spot is going to be good. I mean, the only thing I'm concerned about now, right now is that Debo hurt.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
Yeah, groin strain. They talking about maybe weeks, and it's just like we need him right now. The only reason we really winning games is because of him. I mean, not just because of him, but it's mainly because of him. They can't stop the run game at all. I mean, he got the most rushing TDs right now for a wide receiver. He got over 1,000 reception yards. It's like, bro, he is literally carrying the team because I don't know what Jimmy doing.
Sounds to me like y'all got a plan because coincidentally Debo gets hurt. Then they got the rumors talking about, Jimmy getting traded next year and they're going to start Trey Lance. I'm like, damn, y'all
wait
a whole 6-7 games ago and y'all already talking about trading this man. Like,
and then it's like that's putting the pressure on him too because he like, wait, hold on, wait, y'all finna trade me? We still got to
trade me. Why play?
It's like he gotta work. Yeah, you gotta get on that field and show why they should keep you. Granted, I would love to see Trey on the field. I think he's gonna be a great quarterback. But it's just like right now, Jimmy, you supposed to be the man. You supposed to be the one leading the team, and it's just like you falling short.
Y'all about to trade me. You know what I'm gonna do if I'm Jimmy? I'm about to fake an injury. I'm not gonna get real hurt, you know what I'm saying, and lose my value to get traded. So fuck that. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just, you know what I'm saying, fake an injury, stay healthy, and y'all can do what y'all want to do with y'all new quarterback. If I was Jimmy, you know what I mean, talking about trading me and we ain't even fucking in the playoffs yet. Like, damn, where the loyalty at? You know what I'm saying?
But that again, that's why I'm like, is it a rumor or is it facts?
Man, that shit came out too. That came out. I would have saw if y'all was losing and it came out. That shit came out way out in a 3-game winning streak. That sound purposely placed.
Yeah, it's something weird about that.
Man, but we gonna see, man. I mean, y'all still winning, so if he can swallow his pride, you know what I'm saying, anything's possible. But
say he's not asking for a trade though, too. Like maybe that's why it came out. So
that's true too.
We'll see. For all you 49er fans, we'll definitely keep y'all updated on that though.
Right. Man, college basketball shit been crazy. We just had a Duke versus Gonzaga. Gonzaga was number 1, Duke was number 5, and Duke took them down 84-81.
Man, that was a good game.
Your boy Polino, however you say his name, Polanco, the Spanish black brother, he was hooping 21 points. He made a couple 3-pointers. I don't know. Every time I watch his games, bro, be dehydrated. He get cramps. Thighs be tightening up on him. I'm like, bro, you need to drink some water or something. Gatorade. The second game I've seen against Kentucky, now against Gonzaga, he go out for like 10, 20 minutes because his legs is tightening up on him. Like,
yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what his workout regimen or practice is, how hard he going. But, yeah, I noticed that.
Man, that's crazy. He's still hooping, though. Don't get me wrong. 21 points against the number one team. It's dope. Now Duke is the number one team in the nation. So let's see how long that lasts.
And Purdue is number 2. Right behind them?
Man, I think they're undefeated as well. So, basketball is really about your record. You know what I mean? It ain't like football with the politics. But basketball, if your record is good and you got some good components, you know what I mean, you can get a high ranking. So let's see how long both these teams can stay 1 and 2. And, it'll be easy.
You know how college basketball is. Like, team could be up, and it just take that one game, bro, and
yeah, football too. You know what I mean?
Speaking of.
Saw the football game, Michigan beat Ohio State 42-27. Woo. That was the game right there, boy.
And they was talking shit. Like,
had something to prove right there. That was a big time game right there.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw them when they was in the tunnel and shit, but like Ohio was throwing up the middle fingers. They like, fuck y'all, this, that, and the other. Like, hey,
gang sign,
big shit,
gang violence. They was talking all type of shit. And Michigan was like, all right, bet. Down there, whoop they dog ass like they supposed to. Crazy.
Yo, that Alabama and Auburn. Auburn. Yeah. Bro, I can't be pronouncing that shit. Bro.
I'm so fucking mad at Auburn, bro. Like, y'all had the game. I blink and they scored in like, last 20, 30 seconds? I'm like, y'all serious,
that game was good.
That was a good game, man. But Auburn had that fucking game. But shout out to Alabama for staying composed, man. They just kept itching away. More time they had on the clock, they took advantage, man. Then once overtime came, it was a battle of who gonna miss first. Shit.
But that young QB for Alabama, I think his last name was Young. Yo, he impressed me a lot, bro. He impressed me a lot. Yeah. Handling himself under that kind of pressure, he got for sure.
Yeah. Alabama got lucky. Michigan won. Ohio gonna drop. I wonder if they're gonna drop out the top 5 now. You know what I'm saying? Because they lost. Cincinnati's still undefeated. Georgia's still undefeated. So college football ain't nothing guaranteed right now. Anything can happen these next few weeks. So it's gonna be interesting to see who's the last 4 standing. So I'm gonna keep my eyes out. I think Georgia gonna win it all though.
You got your money on Georgia?
Mm-hmm. No, I ain't got no money on nothing. I ain't betting. But a friendly wager tells me Georgia gonna win it all. You know what I'm saying? So
all right, I can fuck that.
Yeah. But that's it for the sports talks. So, ladies, y'all can turn back on now and continue on with the rest of the show. So, let's take a quick little break.
Let's do it. Yo, so let's jump into the music topics, man. Rick Ross got a new single out, Jasmine Sullivan and 21 Savage. Have you heard it?
Hell no.
No.
I ain't even heard it. I ain't gonna hold you.
I mean, it's not bad. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not a Rick Ross classic, but it's all right. I fucks with Jasmine Sullivan, too. You know what I'm saying?
As soon as I seen the art cover, I was like, nah, I'm not listening to it. I'm good. The art cover threw me off. I ain't gonna hold you. What are you trying to be? Queen Elizabeth? What's up, man? Like, that picture and that song title don't match. How you dress like Queen Elizabeth in your song called Outlaws? That shit should have been called Great Poupon. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
I won't even press play. I'm sorry. I know Rick Ross got some shit, but I'm cool. Like, that shit threw me off, bro.
You know what it reminds me of? You remember when Kobe did that photo shoot?
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You still have questions to ask about that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But that's Kobe, though. You know what I'm saying? He won his 5 rings. Rick Ross ain't won shit. What you dressed like that for? I don't even know. Do he even have a meaning behind why he dressed like Queen Elizabeth?
He think he Queen Liz.
First he thought he was Big Meech and Larry Hoover. Now I need to think he Queen Elizabeth. Boy, I tell you.
Yo, shout out to Ross, man, but you gonna have to get it together with the album covers, bro.
See what happens when you eat the wing thighs? You start just like Queen Elizabeth. I'm cool. Nah, but staying on music, man, the Grammy nominations came out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that I don't give a fuck about. So let's focus on what we care about, which is, the rap album of the year.
Yeah, nominees are you got Kanye West for Donda, J. Cole for The Off Season, you got Tyler the Creator for Call Me If You Get Lost, CLB for Drake, and King Disease 2 for Nas.
But my honest opinion, I think Tyler the Creator should win. Call Me If You Get Lost. It's so hard. I mean, even his performances is hard. Like, he really did his shit. Y'all gotta stop sleeping on Tyler the Creator, man. He is dope. I personally think he's going to win, but if I have to play my cards right, I'm going to have to say Donda is going to win. Even though I ain't heard not one song on that motherfucker album, I know Donda probably going to win.
Why? Because you think Kanye been getting all this like publicity and shit lately?
It's Kanye West. From what I hear, it's a well put together album. As opposed to CLB, which I think Drake just stuck to Drake and did what he do best. You know what I mean? He didn't push the envelope. He just gave us what we asked for, and he didn't try to do nothing extra as opposed to, how Kanye West is. He tried to be on a masterpiece and whatever. I ain't heard it, so I can't talk much about it, but just judging off how Kanye West has had these last few months, he's outside, he's moving, he's talking, he's interviewing, and so they're going to reward him for that, in my opinion. But in reality, Tyler the Creator album should actually be the winner.
It's more of a popularity contest, and I don't think Kanye is all that popular for people right now.
Than Drake.
Right, so, but I do think Tyler the Creator should win that, though.
That shit hard. I don't care what nobody thinks. You know what I mean? And then also, you got to look at his perspective, too. These artists are big, and they have schedules. So if any of these motherfuckers is scheduled to perform, that person going to win. And I think the only person that will perform realistically would be probably J. Cole or Tyler. You know what I'm saying? So Drake won't show up. You know what I'm saying? Nas ain't a live performer type of person. And Kanye West, he gonna want to do too much to perform, and they ain't gonna want to do all that shit. So, no, we're not bringing your house to, you know what I'm saying, to the stage. So I think if J. Cole or Tyler Creator performs, one of those two are gonna win, in my personal opinion. So.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I got Tyler. He should definitely win that one. Now, rather than not he does, we'll see. But
and then we got best R&B songs. We got "Damage" by Her, "Good Days" by SZA, "Heartbreak Anniversary" by Giveon, "Leave the Door Open" Silk Sonic, and then "Pick Up Your Feelings" Jasmine Sullivan. Who you got for those songs?
I'm not gonna front like that. "Heartbreak Anniversary," that's my shit. I'll fucks with that tough.
Right. I think he gonna win, Giveon, but I got a close second with "Leave Your Door Open." I mean, that song was too much. You know what I'm saying? Babies was made. You know what I'm saying?
And it was on strong rotation for a good month and a half, at least for me. Like every time I turned the car on, like that song was playing.
I know Her got Her, you know what I'm saying? She got some good stuff, "Damage" is a good song, but the way Giveon had everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's like the wedding song of the year too, you know what I mean? Between that and then "Leave It Door Open," you got the wedding song with Giveon, and you got the penny dropping song with Silk Sonic. I think one of those two gonna win, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I think when Silk Sonic dropped "Leave the Door Open," I think a lot of people were very impressed with that project and how well they mashed together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He could sing his ass off too, man. But Giveon is unique, man. I like his cadence to sing it. So I wouldn't be mad at either one of those two. You know what I'm saying? But my third option would probably be Jasmine Sullivan. She's on a little run right now, so she might win that as well. But she don't come out often, and when she do, she hit hard. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I could see her winning.
I can see that. Now it's the same thing for I think the albums, right? I think Jasmine's nominated for that one. Her, who else?
John Basty, Leon Bridges,
Oh, yeah,
Snow
yeah.
Allegra. Those are the nominees for the album of the year. I think Her got the album. But I think Snow Allegra is like right behind her. Jasmine shit was hard too. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? I don't even know who Leon and John is, but between Snow Allegra and Her, they both kind of have people in the chokehold with the album this year. So
yeah, I would be good with either Her or Jasmine.
Right. Yeah. So those two, and then but Snow Allegra is a sleeper. You know what I mean? Everybody fucking with her too. So she don't come out too often either. And when she do, you know, she definitely make a lot of noise. They better be lucky Adele didn't come out earlier.
Man,
Adele would have won every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's for sure.
Right. But yeah, so that's the nominees that I care about when it comes to the Grammys. I probably wouldn't even watch it. I'll probably just, catch my, information from IG or Twitter. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I started watching that a long time ago. Like even like MTV, BET Awards, and all that. I don't really watch them like that. I'll still record them in case like there was like a dope performance or something was happening, kind of go back. But outside of that, I'm like you, man. I'm just on IG, Facebook, or whatever, and just seeing a little bit of highlights and call it.
Right. Shout out to everybody nominated. You know, they said Jay-Z got the most nominations ever, 83. I think he won 23 of those. Man, that just shows you why that man's the greatest.
That's a hell of a career, man.
Yeah,
that many nominations.
That's dope. I didn't even know that, but you learn something new every day. So shout out to Jay for that as well, man.
There's a good fan question that came for the music side, and the question is, what album?
Wait! Before you do that, so just to give them context, so when we posted the episode, we got an option on Spotify to ask a question, to the listeners, and some listeners answered the question, and one asked us, what's an album we couldn't live without? Mm-hmm. So, here's our response. Just wanted to kind of give them something. My bad.
No, all good. So for me, the album that I couldn't live without has to be that DMX album. It's Dark as Hell and Hell is Hot. Like, that's a classic album for me. I have to keep that one. I can literally press play and listen from the first track all the way down to the prayer. Like, that album is just dope. I can't get that one up.
Right. That's a good one. For me, I would have to say Thug Motivation 101. Jeezy. Young Jeezy. That album was, during that time in my little world, that album was so monumental to me, you know what I mean? And in my car, you know what I'm saying, with the speakers in it, that song there was
back in them Impala days.
That CD right there, from start to finish, you couldn't go wrong. From the intro, I mean, say kitchen lights and cockroaches everywhere. I was like, me too. Nah, man, but that motherfucker hard all the way to the end, bro. So I would say an album that I wouldn't say can't live without, but an album that I definitely can listen to forever if I had to would be definitely Jeezy Thug Motivation 101. That's mine.
I mean, in all reality, like, there's so many albums, songs that you can't live without, you know what I'm saying? But one of those, like, I chose the DMX one because, like, when I was getting picked up from school, my mom's boyfriend at the time had this Cutlass Supreme, and he had the beat in the back, and he always had DMX playing, and it's just like, you could hear that nigga like 6 blocks down the street. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of put him on games to that DMX. Every time he came around or was picking me up somewhere, bro, he was bumping it, and it was just like, I felt like the man in the front seat of that motherfucker. You know
I
didn't
know who DMX was until Gio started playing him. So shout out to Gio for putting me up on.
Shout out to Surge for that one.
I think that was probably the biggest DMX fan at the time was Gio. You know what I mean? I didn't know much about him until I listened to this motherfucker every morning before we went to school. It's like, all right, who the fuck is this dude praying? Like, fucking a week later, I know all the prayers. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely can fuck with DMX. You know what I mean? Shout out to Gio for that one again. That was definitely a live right there. You know what I mean?
Yo, Gio was such a dope fan of DMX, bro. Like, he can rap every song, and he got the ad libs on point, even down to the barking and growling, bro. He was a very huge fan of DMX and still is to this day, I'm sure. So shout out to you, G.
Right. Man, so got that out the way. So again, fans, when we post another one of those, we definitely want y'all to continue to keep interacting with us. You know, I definitely like that. You know, you guys ain't holding back the questions, you know what I mean? So keep them coming. But we're going to go ahead and move into movies and TVs. All right, so the hottest show out right now, Ghost Power Book 2.
Now, can we really say that's the hottest show out right now? Like, is that...
You know why? Because BMF is off. BMF already ended, and then Power Book came right on after it. So since BMF is done, Power Book is back in the #1 spot.
I give it to you.
You know what I mean? I know some people might think otherwise. There's other shows out here right now, but I ain't checking them all out. So if y'all got other options that y'all think is #1, please let us know. But right now, Power Book 2 is back on like it ain't left. You know what I'm saying? And Tyreek's still alive.
Yo, Tyreek has to be like the smartest dumb kid I've ever seen on TV. Like,
he's daddy's boy.
He makes some really dumbass decisions, but then he does some shit where you got to get a little nigga credit. Like, okay, damn, that was pretty smart right there.
Yeah, Tyreek only get points because he got waves. Other than that, you drive me crazy, bro. But I think shout out to the boy who plays Tyreek. His name is Michael something. He's a good actor. When you passionate enough to dislike a character, that means that actor is doing something, man. And he definitely makes me annoyed watching him when he do his performance. So that means he's doing something right. So
no, Michael Rainey is definitely doing his thing as Tariq for sure.
Right. Season predictions. What you think will happen this season?
There's a few things I think is going to happen this season. Well, here's the one I hope happens. I hope Sax get killed. I've been waiting for him to get popped, and I need him to go ahead and be gone. I know some people really like his character, which is why he's still there, but I think he needs to get popped.
Right.
I think Tyreek's going to have to choose between the 3 chicks. I think, what is it? Effie, Diana, and
Leia.
I can't even think of a girl other than the one he go to school with.
He might even tap Mary.
Nah, hell nah. That's not happening. But I think he gonna choose between Effie or Diana, like the one of them to really fuck with. I think old girl that he go to school with, I can actually see her getting popped.
Which one is that? The Hispanic chick?
The one he be in class with.
Her. Yeah. She knows it.
Yeah, I can see her getting popped.
Yeah. This should be good though. I think Tommy gonna make a couple appearances this season as well. I think towards the end, in my opinion, him coming back around a couple more times just gonna kind of lead off into his series. You know what I mean? So I think we'll see Tommy a few more times, and I think he's gonna probably take somebody out. I think he's gonna take out Tasha.
I honestly don't think Tasha's gonna come back this season at all. I don't think we're gonna see her whatsoever.
I think she is. She's gonna be in later on because she's doing her other little TV show and shit on ABC. So I think once people start doing outside stuff, they're pretty much on their way out. You know what I mean? So I think if she ain't gonna be in it early, she's gonna be in it a little later. And I think Tommy gonna offer. It's kind of gonna help set up his show in February, which I think is called The Enforcer or some shit like that. So, but so far so good. These first 2 episodes, I definitely enjoy them.
You know what's crazy to me? It seemed like the professor, Carrie or whatever, bro, she sleep with everybody.
Boy, she a nympho. I'm glad I ain't go to that school, boy.
Yo, met the man. He showed up at the door. She knew him. She like, oh, you ain't got your ring on? Like, oh, okay, y'all must have smashed before. Like, bro, she get around.
Method Man ain't playing, boy, but
But she got young boy nose wide open, bro. He's so sprung on that. It's ridiculous.
I don't even laugh at his basketball skills. That shit's so fake. But man, I'm gonna keep watching. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely got my attention. A lot of people got negative things to say about it, but I personally love the show. You know what I'm saying? I just like to let it build up a little bit. Like I watched these first 2 episodes, but usually I kind of wait till about the 4th, 5th episode to kind of watch those 4 in a row to kind of get caught up. So I'm gonna probably miss the next couple of them just to kind of watch them more in sync. I like to binge watch a little bit. So But yeah, it's been good so far, man. So shout out to them.
Yeah, my favorite character is the nigga Kane, bro. You never know what he gonna do.
Man, little Bobby Brown.
And then I'm kind of curious about the new nigga that's on the show. I think the nigga named Dante. I'm curious to know like who is he is to Mo to Mary J. Blige character.
Oh, he tapped.
You think? You think so?
He probably used to be a plug. You know what I'm saying? When it connects, and he tapped. Now he back trying to get some uncharted territory, and we'll have a little reminiscing. You know what I mean? But the good thing about this show is so many twists and turns, and we could be saying some shit and be like far off. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So we're definitely gonna keep y'all tapped in. You know what I'm saying? What we see as each episode goes by. So this should be a good one for sure.
Yeah. Another thing I finally caught was the Kevin Garnett's little documentary. That was actually pretty good, bro. That was real possible.
Good. I loved it. Man, I love people tell stories about the old days. His storytelling about how he met Kobe. You know what I'm saying? And really, like, he was one of the pioneers to the wave of, kids coming out of high school. I know that Moses Malone did it back in the day, but Kevin Garnett was more of the newer version of doing it. So he kind of set that trend for the Kobe's, the T-Macs, and stuff like that with Jermaine O'Neal's. So just seeing his growth and growing up, it was really dope to me to watch that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and enjoyed it. His passion when he played the game, and you know what I'm saying, like he was a joy to watch on the court, like because he gonna put the buckets up, he gonna get aggressive, he gonna holler, and you know what I'm saying, like
right. And he gonna talking shit, and he gonna back it up too. So that was dope, man. Kevin Garnett will always be a great. You know what I mean? But I saw some controversy on Twitter about his all-time starting lineup, and my personal opinion, that's a cold-ass lineup. But he put Magic Johnson at point, Kobe at 2, Kevin Durant at small forward. He put himself at the 4, and he put Will Chamberlain at the 5. That's a cold-ass lineup, bruh.
It is, but I was surprised that he chose Kevin Garnett for the small forward. Though, I'm not gonna lie.
You mean Kevin Durant?
Yeah, Kevin Durant. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, but who else would you put in that place? Don't say no goddamn Pippen.
No, not a bit. But I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not a big fan of Kevin Durant like that. But it's just like I just feel like he could have chosen anybody else for that spot. Like he even putting like Michael Jordan at the 3 or something like that. I'm surprised. I get why he got Kobe there. I understand Magic, but I'm like Kevin Durant over so many other like great players though.
Yeah, Kevin Durant buckets. He efficient. He down there 7 feet. He can do guard shit. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, but he don't brush his hair and put on lotion.
Look, man, we're gonna get him one of our brushes. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get him some of that clean by man. You know what I'm saying? And get the skin active. He'll be good. You know what I mean? He just needs some pussy. He gets some pussy. He'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Nothing motivates a man more than pussy.
No, but in that real talk though, this nigga said nothing motivates a man.
Facts.
No, but real talk though, the lineup is tough though. I'm not mad. Right. I'm not mad at it. I would have chose somebody other than Kevin Durant, but the lineup is hard.
I feel that. Man, so if you haven't checked that out, make sure y'all check that out. It's called Anything's Possible on Showtime. It's definitely a good watch, especially if you're a hooper or ex-hooper. Movies. King Richard. Will Smith playing Venus Williams' dad. You know what I mean? I loved it, man. I really loved that movie, bro. I was over that motherfucker watching it so locked in. That shit made me realize, too, I'm not that hard on my boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought I was hard on Chris and how I push him, when it comes to sports and, applying himself and putting in effort and trying to be the best he can be. So watching that made me kind of say, okay, I ain't that hard because I thought I was hard the way you know what I'm saying, the way my wife be making it seem. But nah, I got a plan, you know what I mean? And he had a plan. Will it be the same? I don't know. But I got a plan and, you know what I'm saying, he had a plan. So I think if my boy stick to it, anything's possible for him too. So that motivated me more to just stay on top of my boy as far as his sports and things like that. So that was a good thing.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than someone trying to like paint that narrative. It's like, oh, you need to let them be kids. You're too hard on them. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I know my child and I know what's best for my child. Like, I don't know in the movie with the nosy neighbor and all of that, and how she called the cops. I was like, fuck out of here.
Mind your business.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought the moms was gonna go over there and put hands on her.
And
though,
they got
seriously.
5 girls. We should have went over there and put hands and feet on her nosy ass. You know what I'm saying? But mom kept it G. She said what she said. I ain't gonna say it twice. You know what I'm saying? That spoke volumes. But that definitely was some tacky shit. That's how, you know, families get fucked up. You know what I mean? For people like that stepping on toes, minding other people's business. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what's going on. But I love how they was, you know, you got doctors and lawyers and future tennis stars up in here. You know what I mean? Like, cops couldn't say shit. So I love that they was actually well prepared to, you know, back up. You know, hell yeah, I'm hard on them. You know what I'm saying? So
he stood his ground on that one, and I respect that. Yeah. One thing I respect too is like when the media was all on him and trying to down him and this and that, bro, he never wavered from his choices and decisions for his girls. You know what I'm saying? And for his family. Like, and
he's the VAR ball before the VAR ball. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like, that's for sure. Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't gonna let you tell me nothing about my child and my child's choices. Like, I'm their father, and he stood his ground. We're gonna do it my way, and it worked out in the end too. You know what I mean? It definitely worked out. Everybody in my family was like, "What? He ain't paid $3 million for Nike?" I'm like, "Nah. Why would he do that?" I'm like, "Cause if she win, the price gonna go up." You know what I mean? And even though she
hadn't even played.
Right. They had $3 million on the table. So what y'all gonna do after y'all see her perform?
But the dope thing about that whole part of the movie is that he left the decision up to her.
Right.
Because he already knew what she was gonna say. I'm assuming. Right.
Because when you're around your daughter for so much, you've been putting this in their head, building them, getting there right, that you think like your daddy after a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, you understand what your dad wants from you. And they wasn't no dumb kids. So they was smart and they knew. And again, if you believe in yourself, you listening to people overreact. Oh my God, take it. Well, if they willing to give me this now, imagine what they'll give me after I beat this girl. You know what I'm saying? And she damn near had the girl too. You know what I mean? So, punk ass move. I was like, damn, you can do that? They're like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was some straight bitch shit right there. Like,
yeah, that was whack.
But they allow that though. That's crazy.
I never knew that. I was like, damn, that's crazy. But the ending, you know what I'm saying, when she came back and she, of course, you know, lost or whatever, but how she came through that gate and everybody waiting for her and, you know, cheering her up, that shit touched me, man. That shit made me.
Was dope.
That shit made me a little. I got a little emotional. I was like, oh, you know what I mean? That father kicked in. You know what I'm saying? I felt that. You know what I mean? So nothing worse than seeing your kids, you know, shed tears when they lose or whatever. So
yeah, I think this movie definitely would hit more to a father than it would a mother.
Right.
But my question for you is, like, do you think Will Smith's performance as Richard Williams is an instant classic?
Yeah, he did good, man. He played them well. You know what I'm saying? He did good in the mug. I liked it. I know his outside antics with Jada is taken away from a lot of this, but he still held his own, and he put on a good show, man. If he can, I think he will get the Oscar for this because, I mean, he stayed in character. The voice, everything was on point, man. I was
all the way down to the shorts.
I was impressed, bro. Like, Will Smith did his thing, man. You kind of forget how great Will Smith can be. You know, we ain't looking at the other bullshit going on with him. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
You know, definitely think he gonna win an Oscar for this.
I agree with that. Moving right along to another movie. Well, I guess it's more of a series. The True Story with Kevin Hart and Wesley Snipes. Did you catch that?
Man. Shout out Kevin and Wesley. Oh my God. A great series, bruh.
That was really good. It was so good. I know a few people was like, I wonder if that's real. Did that really happen? Because,
bruh, it was too good. I was like, wait, hold on, Kevin, you popped somebody before? Like, hey man, the storyline was dope. The twist was dope. I kind of had a feeling it was a setup, but I didn't really know. But I'm like, once shit started happening, I'm like, nah. But I had it in the back of my mind, like, yo, is she really dead? Because nobody started checking her. You know what I mean? And it's one of those thoughts, and then after that, kind of just went away. But when they found out that she did set him up, I was like, wow, his own brother.
Yeah.
That movie was dope, well put together, bro. They act their ass off. And shout out to what's his name, behind the scenes Gene. I like him as an actor too.
Yeah,
I like him as an actor too.
He's the same cat that's in the Luke Cage. He was the dude that had the little shades on, little
glasses. He played in what's that one show? It was Sons of Anarchy. That's when I first discovered him.
Yeah.
And then he was in another movie when it came with I think it was on Netflix too, when the zombies and shit. And he was like the cop or some shit.
Army of the Dead?
I think so, yeah. Batista and all that was in that, yeah. So he's a good actor. I like him, man. So he did real good, man. He kept a G at the end and took the ass whooping for Kevin M, you know what I'm saying? And that was dope as fuck, man. That was a good ass series, bro. Like I was glued to it, bro. Like, what? And the ending. What you think about the ending?
I don't know if it was that serious to shoot his brother though. I'm not gonna lie. Like not to kill him. I definitely would have shot him in the leg or the shoulder or something, but I don't know if I'd have killed him.
Pistol whip him or something, right?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, Kevin Hart shot both niggas in the head, dome shot on the first shot. Like, come on, man. But think about it. The last person that tried to play him and do him wrong, he choked him out. So one thing I learned from that is kid don't want to be played. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He like, I ain't kidding play, so don't play me. You know what I mean? So he was like, look, man, he said at the end, like, you know good for yourself, so you have to kill him. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. You know, he didn't even blink. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't even hesitate at all.
He just let off. And he shot him like 4 times, too, so that was personal. You know what I mean? But, like, damn, he did him wrong, bro. He like, you dead to me. He told him in the skybox that you dead to me.
Yeah, but then that, when he now after like seeing the ending and all that, like that scene, that line, he meant that. Like
he meant that. Security guard though, this motherfucker like, yo, how much you trying to get you? $6 million? That's what I want.
I'm not mad at him, bro. Because I honestly think like if Kid would have been real upfront with him, like he'd have been there for him. Like, bro, I'll help you. We'll figure it out. This, that, and the other.
That's what we think. What I'm saying? I mean, Kid got 4 bodies at this point. You really gonna play me like that? 10 more minutes in that show, he would have got killed too. You know what I'm saying? But that nigga he was fucking on Billy and he got $6 million. Shit, that's a good security guard job. You know what I mean? Like,
but then put yourself in his shoes though. Like, what would you do?
I don't know.
I mean,
I think he was more butthurt about the fact that, you know what I'm saying, he kept him out the loop and you know what I mean, and shit, you just basically admitted to murder. Like at this point, I think anybody would have, you know what I'm saying, turned their back and said, I want to get paid too. I know Todd probably already getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Todd a real one. You know what I mean? He gonna ride with Kevin no matter what. But it was still dope though. It was a good ass series, man. I wish it was part 2.
Well, who's to say it's not gonna be a part 2? You never know.
True.
But no, it definitely was a good one.
You only need one episode. I just need to see him kill the security guard, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna disrespect a kid like that. You got to go too. And that was also dope seeing Laura London. You know what I'm saying? Acting or whatever. She's still getting gigs. That was dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was good, man. So
yeah, if y'all haven't seen True Story, please get on your Netflix and check that one out. You will not be disappointed
at all, man. Yeah, man, that's it for music and movies and TV for now, man. We'll wrap it up and we'll definitely get back to that. Coming up, we're going to discuss a few more topics and, stick around. Man, yeah, so moving along, another topic of discussion, we want to talk about the trial of Ahmaud Arbery. We finally got a verdict. The jury found all 3 defendants guilty. Thank God.
As they should. as they fucking should have.
Man, I'm not gonna hold you. I wasn't surprised, but I definitely was concerned. Like, I was wondering, are they actually gonna try to pull some stunts like they did with that Kyle Rittenhouse shit? So I was kind of a little nervous.
Yeah.
I was in the back of my mind. I was wondering, like, damn, what type of games they're gonna play with this one. But luckily for the video, you know, couldn't really fight this one. You know what I mean?
Nah, to me, it was clear cut, but I understand how, the system works and the trial and all of that has to be had and all of that. But I mean, that's a clear cut case, man. They were guilty.
Right. The trial went longer than I thought it would go, but they started asking to see stuff again, just like a double back. And I was like, oh shit, here we go. But in the end, they pretty much was guilty on all counts except like maybe one or two. But, justice was served. I hope these guys get life, death penalty if you ask me. But, they probably going to still cut them some slack one way or another. Yeah, man, that was crazy, dude. One thing that kind of pissed me off and a lot of people off was that lawyer trying to label Ahmaud as an animal. Like, what does this man's toenails and fingernails being dirty got to do with these motherfuckers?
What does that have to do with anything?
You know what I mean? Like, but I see what she was trying to do. She was trying to paint a picture of, labeling him some type of monster or savage that's opposed to a human. And that's something that they've done as a tactic for years when it comes to black people. So just one time it seemed like the juror got it right, and they didn't fall for that bullshit. And I don't know how that bitch can sleep at night, but I mean, you got to be a sick individual to even play those type of games. You know what I mean? But I mean, I guess for the dollar amount, motherfuckers to say or do anything to win a case. You know what I mean?
Money talks, bro. Money talk.
Unfortunately, man, but I don't know. I don't want to speak too much more on that. I'm just glad these motherfuckers was found guilty, and hopefully Ahmaud's mom can, feel a little bit better. I know I've seen Sean King them raise about $200,000+ for her to help her out because she had to quit her job to focus on this. So that's good that they're able to help her out. But $200K would never bring her son back, but at least they could help her a little bit. You know what I mean? So prayers up to her. Rest in peace, Ahmaud.
I think it was his dad that kind of had a little speech or whatever after, everything was said and done. And there was nothing wrong with his speech per se. But for me, for him to be like, all lives matter. We don't want this to happen to no kids, this, that, and the other, which I agree with him. But at the same time, this is always happening to black folks.
Right.
Always.
I feel like,
so it's kind of like, you're trying to tie in with everybody and everything. Like, no, at this point, no, this is about us. Right. It's not about anybody else.
Right. And I think a lot of times,
speech I really didn't like.
Right. I think a lot of times when people try to use that term, they don't clarify it well, or they don't put it together well. So, like, you can get why he's trying to use that verbiage, but he's not executing it well. So it comes off sound like the rest of the motherfuckers who want to say, that. I don't even want to speak on it, but I just know that if he would have said it better and made more sense, it probably would come off the way he probably thought it did in his head, but in reality it didn't. So, but like you saying, I agree. Like, it ain't about all. It's about us. And, we don't see too many of all getting killed on TV and getting killed on the internet and so forth. We seeing, blacks and, brown. So, but realistically, that all shit should just be put on hold for now. But, again, if people word it better, it will probably make more sense, but people don't word it correctly. So it just sounds bad all across the board. You know what I mean? But, I'm just happy that, they actually got justice. You know what I mean? So prayers up to them.
Time.
I know.
Most definitely.
Not to keep it sad.
Other prayers. Yeah, I know. You already know where you're going with it. That's what I was going to say. Like, another prayers, saying condolences for Virgil that just passed away.
Yeah.
I don't want to butcher his last name, so.
Yeah, I can't say it either, but Mr. Off-White, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Pioneer in the game of the world of fashion, art, music. Man.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, he passed away. He was battling some type of rare form of cancer. I think he died on Sunday. I was kind of surprised because I think Tuesday he's supposed to have some type of event that he was supposed to have, but unfortunately he passed. But yeah, he was only 41, and he was definitely a game changer in the fashion world. With the off whites and getting a deal with Louis and Nike. Like, he definitely changed the shoe game for real, man. So he's definitely gonna be one of a kind. I know I saw an IG post of the different album covers he did as well, like Watch the Throne and ASAP Rocky. I think he did Yeezus and the Dark Twisted Fantasy one. So he was the mastermind behind those art covers too. So it wasn't just fashion; it was art. Yeah, it was art. It was music. You know what I mean? He had his hand in a lot of things, man. I saw today earlier, Louis Vuitton is still going to honor him with the way he had like a project coming out. They still going to release it. Apparently, he had this already played out as if he knew he was passing. So everything's supposed to go as normal, even though he just died. So that should be interesting to see how that turned out. So I think he knew. Kind of like how Chad knew and didn't tell nobody. You know what I mean? So he kind of moved and played and did things like he was supposed
Boseman.
to. Yeah. So. Man, it's crazy, but rest in peace to him.
41
man.
Though, bro. Damn, 41. That's crazy.
And it sucks, man. This man ain't even been buried yet, dude. And they already throwing these off-white prices on these shoes are ridiculous, bro. I'm seeing these shoes going for $10,000, $12,000, $20,000 for off-whites. And like the man ain't even been buried properly yet, and y'all already trying to capitalize off this man's name and death. That shit just bothers me sometimes, bro.
Goes back to what I said, man. Money talks. Everything that happens in the world today always seems to have some type of price attached to it.
Right. That's tacky, though, but that's the game. But Nike probably gonna still release a couple of pairs of shoes that he already had set to come out, but it ain't no telling now. With these resellers, so good luck trying to get some shoes now.
Yeah, ain't Nike having issues with their supply anyway?
Man, they're supposed to be having a big issue. I seen one of those shoe IG pages was saying they received the email saying that Nike was canceling all holiday 2021, spring 2022, and summer 2022's shipment to the shoe stores. I guess due to the the shortage and everything going on right now, that Nike won't be able to honor all these shoe companies, orders. So a lot of companies are going to be without. If they haven't already received them or if they already have been shipped, supposedly a lot of shoe stores will not be getting, their normal shipment of Nikes this next couple of seasons. So what that means to the shoe game, it's about to be mayhem, bro. Mayhem.
Yeah, you niggas out here with these nice, fresh, expensive kicks, y'all better be cautious when y'all deciding what shoes you want to wear and walk out the house in, because with that shortage, that mean niggas is gonna be really looking down. Like, hey nigga, what size you wear?
Right, especially in LA, they robbing asses right now. So yeah, but on top of that, motherfuckers getting thirsty and jacking because they can't get shoes, and on top of that, the resale game gonna be even higher than what it is now. So Nike better figure it out, because these shoe prices are already outrageous and they're about to tax even more. So it's going to be interesting to see how shoes actually release these next few months.
Yeah. I know you talked about like all the jacking and shit that's going on, but did you see the little video of all them niggas running up into the little stores, grabbing purses and all of that? And
bro, they done
that shit crazy.
Louis Vuitton, they done ransacked Nordstrom, they done ransacked Home Depot. Now you got a place like the Grove. They got like fucking barricades outside the store so motherfuckers can't just run in and out now. Like, people are preparing for these snatch and runs, so to say. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, I haven't seen nowhere else but LA, but I guess it's the season, man. And I would prefer them to do that than robbing people like they've been robbing people on Melrose and stuff like that. That's been hard to watch, man. I know a lot of people with businesses on Melrose. I used to shop on Melrose, and when I go back to LA, I go get my haircut on Melrose. And to feel like now I got to watch my back and watch over my shoulder. You know what I mean? Like, that shit ain't cool, man. I don't know what the fuck it is. The PPP loans done dried up and motherfuckers is getting thirsty. So it's like, you gonna be out and about shopping, eating at a restaurant, you better have it on you.
Oh, that's for sure. Button, swivel, and all of the above. Like,
right. I can only imagine how a lot of people who actually work on Melrose, feel right now with this going on, because I'm hearing this shit happens almost every day. You know what I mean? It's just like motherfuckers is that desperate now to the way just robbing people inside restaurants, in front of restaurants. It's just like in the back of the stores. It's just like, damn. People work hard for their shit, and motherfuckers is out here, robbing at a high rate. And it's kind of scary when you think about it, because when you are out in L.A., one of the thoughts you got to have now is them or me. You know what I mean? And we in 2 states that allow us to carry. So,
right. So it's always going to be me.
Yeah, it ain't going to be too much of that going on. But, for everyone else that's out there, man, be smart, be safe, be alert. If you don't, I'm hearing people say, don't wear your shit. That's kind of hard. I earned my money. I bought these things. I want to rock my shit. But if it's going to cost me my life or cost me to have to take someone else's life, I guess it's not worth rocking it. But, it's going to be that way for a few months until at least till tax season comes. So if y'all could just stay low, survive the rest of December, January, once tax season comes, these thirsty motherfuckers will be out there hitting licks with taxes or whatever. So just be careful, y'all.
Most definitely. You seen the whole Kim, Pete Davis little photos and all that shit floating around on the internet?
Man, what's up? What's up? Pete Davis, huh? He that nigga, man. His roster look nice, man. He done have some bad ones. Now you got Kim K. I'm just like, what's up, man? What he got going on, Pauls?
Yo, the thing that's funny to me is like, my nigga Ye in denial, bro. I think he's in full denial. Like, she like moved on, bro.
Yeah, he sound like every man when they lose their girl. I want my family back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and he say, God got me. God gonna put us back together and this, that, and the other. It's like, well, if you was handling your business, you wouldn't need God to intervene.
I don't know, man. But Kardashians. They very fickle when it comes to men. You know what I mean? And Kanye West and his antics. You're not wrong. Kanye West and his antics, bro. She probably got tired of it. You know what I mean? And she a billionaire now. I can only imagine how he would walk around the house. Like, he's actually richer than Kim at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kim ain't had that in a while, So she dating Pete Davis. Pete Davis is, is quote unquote a broke boy compared to Kanye. So right. I just find it funny they out on a date. He just smiling, looking like a goofy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just happy to be outside. Like, Pete Davis, you can tell he ain't the man in the relationship, because ain't no way I'm going on a date with a chick and she rocking her ex shoes. Well, get the fuck out of here. You better go barefoot. Put some motherfucking Nikes on, some shit. Like, out here rocking the Yeezys on a date with me? Nah. Disrespect.
Could it be cap,
for the both.
Huh? Could it be cap? Like, everything that they doing right now, the photos and shit being leaked and all of that, you think it's cap?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but what would gain from that other than getting Kanye West to act right? What else can she gain from that? Like, he ain't that. I don't know.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I thought it was funny where Kanye was just like, their separation is teaching other families around the world that it's okay to be, or it's okay to leave your spouse, or to get a divorce and this, that, and the other, or to break up your family. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, no one's looking at y'all's situation and like, oh, well, maybe it is okay to leave my wife or to leave my husband or to break up a family. No one's giving a fuck, bro.
Right. I don't got $9 billion, so I can't leave. So. You know what I mean? But it's crazy. I think this is just a phase. I think, I don't think her and Kanye was smashing anyway. That's why he kept having all those surgical kids, you know what I'm saying? So she probably didn't need some actual dick. Pete Davis, you know what I'm saying? He probably got the gas station pills on deck, you know what I mean? Out there smacking that with the Rhino 9000. Shout out to Pete for chopping that AM PM. You got the blue chews and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Pete Davis ain't slick. He probably went to Dr. He went to Dr. Miami too. He got the 18-inch. Like, it ain't no other way. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, do a side-by-side comparison. Kanye West is winning, right? But if Pete Davidson got that gas station pill and the Dr. Miami surgery, Kanye West fucked. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm broke. I'm too broke for that conversation.
Me too. We moving right along. Right. Yo, did you see your girl Rihanna? I know you see
my girl.
Y'all share the same birthday.
That's true. That's true. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I saw a little. What was it? Some draws, cut off draws. The homie got some of those. That nigga nasty. I think you're a rude boy. Nah, but I see she had everybody in a frenzy. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy how the chicks was on her though. Like the females were all over her. Yeah, man, that's crazy.
I think I liked the picture, but I don't think I did. You know what I mean? But
yeah, every now and then, you know, say she'll come out of nowhere. You know, saying drop a little something just to remind motherfuckers real quick. You know
promote that Savage Fenty.
It's amazing how much money she getting with the whole makeup and all the stuff that she do. Like, bro, like that's where a lot of her money is coming from right now. Right. I can't remember the last time she dropped something.
Nah, she ain't dropping that music anytime soon. She too busy making money everywhere else. I don't blame her.
I don't blame her neither. Shit.
She got Fenty Man draws. You know what I'm saying? Shout her out. We can get us a sponsorship. Trying to get the draws with the holes in the front. You feel?
Yo, this nigga.
Yeah, but speaking of draws, you know what I'm saying? What's up with your boy William Smith?
Who?
William Smith. I ain't calling him Will Smith no more. That nigga William. That nigga act like a William out here. I don't be knowing what to believe on these headlines, bro. He making my stomach hurt. Man, what's up, man?
Who's worse though? You gotta ask yourself: is it him or is it Jada?
At this point, I'm starting to see why Jada did what she did, because if this nigga out here throwing up when he get pussy, she ain't trying to keep cleaning that shit up. She like, well, I'm about to go fuck August Nadina. You know what I'm saying? That nigga don't throw up. You know what I'm saying? Well, Smith over here talking about so I'll be getting so much pussy I threw up. Awesome.
And somebody tried to break that shit down, and I still was like, nah, fuck out of here, bro. Like,
I just don't get why now. Why is all this goofy shit coming out now? It's like when you watch King Richard and you praise him for his acting, then you cut the movie off, and then you go on IG and you see some more dumb shit from these two. It's just like, golly. It's almost
did
like
he put that in his book though, or was that just some shit he came out and said in like some type of interview?
I think it's in the book. I think it was based on, and again, you know how the media do, they take things and spin it, you know what I mean? And I'm one of the dumb ones that's going to go along with it because it's funny. But from what I think I've read correctly, he was dating a girl when he was 16 or something like that. And when he was on tour, she cheated on him. And as a heart broke, he went out here and fucked mad bitches, which I can, understand. When your heart broke, that's the best time to get off the heart broke by fucking a bunch of bitches. But I ain't never had to throw up.
Right.
I ain't never had to throw up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never thought about throwing up, but,
Yo, he couldn't be one of our homeboys and try to confide in us like, hey, bro, I've been out here getting mad pussy and shit, but nigga, I be throwing up. Hey, we gonna let that nigga have it.
He would have called it Alphabet Boys because I would have been on his ass, like, you know what I'm saying? What? Well, hey, I mean, like, damn, was it all pussy, or was it just that he maybe had a bad batch one night?
Yeah, I'm assuming it had to be some fish, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Fresh out the club, you know what I'm saying? So, smell like club. He ate it and maybe threw it from that. 'Cause I'm not buying and he was throwing up on all the pussy they was getting. Because if he was, I'm sorry, Jada, we totally understand now. You know what I mean? William out here tripping. Nah, but let's chill though. You know what I'm saying? He had a great movie. You know, I'm start calling that nigga Richard now. That nigga ain't William no more.
No, don't get it twisted. Actor Will for sure, dope. But I don't even know what the label of this nigga we seeing right now.
Internet Will. It's a petition on Twitter going around to stop these niggas from getting interviewed. I'm about to sign that shit. Ban the Smiths from getting interviewed because these niggas just keep throwing stuff out we do not want to know. Like, you know too much about people, it just throws you off. Like, again, most of the shit probably shits and giggles, but still, it's just like another headline. Golly, you know what I mean? And it gets worse each one. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That goes back to our topic last time with with the whole baby and Danny Lay shit. Like, bro, no one really wants to know this shit, man. Keep that shit to y'all.
Bro,
y'all get too comfortable and too free to get in these interviews, and y'all just saying whatever the fuck come to mind.
William Smith said he played a prank and showed his grandmama, I think a sex tape or sex something with Jada or some shit like that. It's like, how's that a prank, bro? Like, what are you talking about? Why? Like, you know what? I'm getting aggravated. Let me stop. I'm trying to be in King Richard 2, and you over here got me slandering William. You know what I'm saying? I miss Will. I blame old boy
Will Smith.
I blame old boy who left him on that episode of The Fresh Prince. He ain't been the same since.
You talking about the episode where his dad left?
Yeah, man. He ain't been the same since, man. Bullshit. But nah, this is all jokes though, man. But with that being said, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and tap out and wrap this up.
Yo, we definitely had some good laughs this one. Please believe it.
Right.
We hope you guys enjoyed this episode like you enjoyed your Thanksgiving dinner. Don't forget to check out the IG page at everythingwavy_the podcast for all our updates and announcements. We appreciate all the love and support that y'all been showing us since we started this journey. And I hope you guys continue to keep vibing with me and my bro Mike.
Word, man. Rome wasn't built in a day, and these waves didn't happen overnight. But you can stamp episode 3 in the books. So before I thank the listeners, I want to thank myself and Q for continuing to push ourselves to make each episode better than the last. I know it's only the beginning, and it feels like we're not gaining much traction, but for the listeners that's been rocking with us since day one, we appreciate you. I don't care if it's 5 or 100 listeners, we're going to keep this shit going. Like the late, great Nipsey said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And on that note, we're going to leave y'all with some wave of wisdom.
It's a lot of podcasts out here, but none as wavy as us. Peace and blessings until next time. And there will be a next time. Peace.